Part 1. Understanding Domino's business model. Domino's is often described as a pizza company, but that definition is incomplete. The business is better understood as an integrated system, combining food preparation, digital ordering, delivery, carryout, franchising, marketing, customer data, and supply chain operations. The Domino's Pizza business model canvas helps us see how these components work together. Customers interact with the brand through stores, websites, mobile applications, telephone orders, and selected third-party platforms. Behind every order sits a wider operating network involving franchisees, food suppliers, technology providers, payment processors, delivery teams, and supply chain facilities. 3 commercial engines support the model. The first engine is store operations. Domino's outlets prepare pizzas and supporting menu items, process customer orders, manage delivery, and serve carry-out customers. Most locations are designed for efficient production and fulfillment rather than extensive dine-in service. This compact format can reduce property requirements and simplify operations. The second engine is franchising. Independent operators finance and manage most Domino's locations. They recruit employees, manage local performance, and invest in new stores. In return, franchisees gain access to an established brand, proven recipes, operating procedures, digital platforms, marketing support, and training. The third engine is the supply chain. In major markets, particularly the United States and Canada, Domino's manufactures dough and distributes ingredients, packaging, and operating supplies to participating stores. This arrangement supports product consistency while creating an additional corporate revenue stream. Consider a customer ordering pizza through the Domino's application. The transaction appears simple, but it activates several parts of the business model. Technology processes the order, a local store prepares the food. Inventory systems confirm ingredient availability, a delivery team fulfills the request. Customer data supports future promotions, and franchise royalties may be generated from the sale. This example shows why Domino's should not be analyzed as an ordinary restaurant chain. It operates simultaneously as a food brand, franchise network, digital platform, fulfillment system, and distributor. The key lesson is that Domino's competitive strength comes from system integration. Pizza is the product customers see, but the business model depends on the coordinated performance of stores, franchisees, technology, marketing, and supply chain infrastructure. In the next part, we will examine who Domino's serves, the value it promises, and the channels through which that value reaches customers. Part 2. Customer segments, value propositions, and channels. A strong business model begins with a clear understanding of the customer. Domino's serves a broad market, but different customer groups purchase for different reasons and occasions. Families and households may order pizza for dinner, weekends, school holidays, or celebrations. Students and young adults often respond to promotional pricing, digital convenience, and food that can be shared. Busy professionals may choose Domino's because they want a meal without cooking or visiting a restaurant. Corporate and group customers create another important segment. Offices, schools, training organizers, and event planners can generate larger orders for meetings and gatherings. Franchise operators also represent a strategic segment because Domino's must offer them an attractive and sustainable business opportunity. Across these segments, the central value proposition is convenient access to familiar, customizable food. Domino's reduces the effort required to arrange a meal. Customers can order through digital platforms, choose delivery or carryout, customize pizzas, combine products into bundles, and track order progress. Promotions and loyalty rewards can improve perceived affordability, while standardized recipes reduce uncertainty about what customers will receive. Reliability is as important as speed. A fast order that arrives incomplete or cold does not create value. Domino's must therefore deliver the correct products, at an acceptable temperature, within a reasonable time, and through a process customers can easily understand. The company uses multiple channels to deliver this value. Physical stores provide production capacity, local visibility, delivery coverage, and carryout access. Websites and mobile applications support menu discovery, payment, loyalty, order history, and tracking. Telephone orders remain relevant for some customers, while social media, email, search engines, notifications, and advertising generate awareness. Third-party delivery platforms provide additional reach, although they may charge commissions and limit Domino's ownership of customer data. Consider 2 customers. A family may use the mobile application to order a discounted meal bundle for delivery. An office administrator may call a local store to arrange 20 pizzas for a training program. Both customers purchase pizza, but their needs, order sizes, preferred channels, and service expectations are different. Domino's therefore succeeds by offering a standardized operating system with enough flexibility to support multiple customer situations. The main teaching point is that value does not come from the product alone. It comes from combining taste, accessibility, customization, price, ordering convenience, and fulfillment reliability. The next part will explain how Domino's builds customer relationships and converts transaction volume into several revenue streams. Part 3. Customer relationships and revenue streams. Domino's customer relationships are built around frequency, convenience, familiarity, and service recovery. Unlike a full-service restaurant, the company does not depend primarily on personal interaction at the table. Instead, it manages relationships through digital accounts, loyalty programs, promotional offers, order tracking, local store service, and customer support. Loyalty programs encourage repeat purchases by rewarding customers for continued ordering. Saved addresses, payment details, and previous orders reduce friction during future transactions. Personalized promotions can make communication more relevant by reflecting customer preferences and purchasing patterns. Order tracking also supports the relationship. Customers want visibility after payment, especially when delivery is involved. Notifications about preparation and dispatch reduce uncertainty and can improve confidence in the service. However, customer relationships become most visible when something goes wrong. A missing item, incorrect topping, delayed delivery, or payment issue can damage trust. Responsive complaint handling, replacements, refunds, credits, and clear escalation procedures are therefore essential parts of the value proposition. Revenue generation is more complex than direct pizza sales. Company-owned stores generate income from food and beverage transactions. However, most Domino's outlets are operated by franchisees. Sales from these locations belong to the franchise operators, while Domino's earns royalty payments and other fees based on franchise arrangements. Supply chain sales represent another major revenue source. Participating stores purchase dough, ingredients, packaging, and operating supplies through Domino's supply infrastructure. As store volumes increase, supply chain demand can also rise. International franchise royalties enable the company to expand globally without owning most overseas outlets. Master franchisees invest in local markets, develop store networks, and adapt operations to local conditions. While paying agreed fees, advertising contributions support national and regional campaigns. These funds may not function like ordinary profit, but they strengthen brand awareness, promotional activity, and customer acquisition across the system. Imagine a franchise store receiving 100 digital orders during a promotional evening. The franchise earns revenue from those customer transactions. Domino's may benefit through royalties, supply chain purchases, technology-related charges, and advertising contributions. One group of customer orders therefore activates several income streams. This diversified structure gives Domino's an advantage over an independent restaurant that relies mainly on store-level food sales. Nevertheless, corporate performance remains connected to franchisee health. If stores become unprofitable, operators may reduce investment, slow expansion, or struggle to maintain service standards. The core lesson is that recurring revenue depends on sustainable transaction volume across the network. Domino's must create value for customers, while ensuring that franchisees can earn acceptable returns. The next part will examine the resources, activities, partnerships, and costs required to operate this system. Part 4. Resources, activities, partnerships, and cost structure. Domino's requires a combination of physical, digital, intellectual, and relational resources. The global brand is one of its most valuable assets. Familiarity reduces customer uncertainty and supports marketing across different markets. The franchise network contributes local capital, management capability, property knowledge, and operating experience. Stores, kitchens, delivery zones, equipment, and vehicles provide the physical foundation for food production and fulfillment. Digital platforms support ordering, payment, loyalty, customer profiles, analytics, and tracking. Supply chain centers provide dough production, procurement, warehousing, and distribution capabilities. Customer data is another important resource. Order histories and purchasing patterns can support demand forecasting, personalized offers, menu planning, and store-level decisions. Recipes, operating standards, training programs, and accumulated knowledge help maintain consistency across thousands of locations. These resources support several key activities. Store teams must prepare food safely, manage inventory, maintain hygiene, process orders, and coordinate delivery or carryout. Technology teams must keep websites, applications, payments, and integrations available. Marketing teams develop promotions, customer communication, and product campaigns. Supply chain operations must procure ingredients, manage quality, manufacture dough, and distribute supplies efficiently. Franchise support teams provide training, performance monitoring, audits, and operating guidance. External partners also play a major role. Franchisees operate most stores. Food suppliers provide cheese, flour, meat, vegetables, sauces, beverages, and packaging. Technology companies support software, cloud services, communications, and cybersecurity. Payment processors enable digital transactions, while landlords and property developers provide locations. Third-party delivery platforms can expand market access. Although Domino's must manage the commercial trade-off between reach, commission costs, and customer data ownership, all these activities generate costs. At store level, major expenses include ingredients, labor, rent, utilities, delivery, packaging, maintenance, insurance, technology fees, royalties, and advertising contributions. Corporate costs include supply chain facilities, distribution, digital development, marketing administration, franchise support, employees, legal compliance, product innovation, and company-owned stores. A promotional campaign demonstrates how the cost structure works. Discounts may increase order volume, but higher demand also requires more ingredients, labor, packaging, and delivery capacity. A successful campaign must therefore produce enough additional contribution to justify the reduced selling price and higher operating effort. The main lesson is that scale creates advantages only when operations remain efficient. More stores and more orders do not automatically create value if costs rise faster than revenue, or if service quality declines. In the final part, we will connect the value proposition canvas with Domino's competitive advantages, risks, and strategic priorities. Part 5, Value Proposition Fit, Competitive Position, and Strategic Direction. The value proposition canvas explains how Domino's aligns its offer with customer needs. Customers have several practical jobs. They want to obtain food quickly, avoid cooking, feed individuals or groups, manage meal costs, customize products, and arrange delivery or collection with minimal effort. Common customer pains include long waiting times, cold food, incorrect orders, high delivery fees, confusing promotions, difficult applications, and weak complaint handling. Desired gains include enjoyable taste, reliable fulfillment, easy digital ordering, transparent value, customization, loyalty rewards, and convenient access. Domino's responds through its value map. Products and services include pizzas, chicken, breads, pasta, desserts, beverages, bundles delivery, carryout, digital ordering, tracking, and loyalty programs. Pain relievers include saved customer details, clear order confirmation, real-time updates, standardized food preparation, multiple payment options, and service recovery. Gain creators include broad store coverage, fast fulfillment, customizable products, familiar taste, promotional deals, convenient reordering, and products suitable for sharing. The fit is particularly strong for family meals, office lunches, social gatherings, celebrations, and situations where customers want food without cooking. Domino's does not need to offer the same dining experience as Pizza Hut. Its stronger position lies in delivery, carry-out, compact store, economics, digital convenience, and supply chain integration. Several competitive advantages support this position. Domino's benefits from strong global recognition, a scalable franchise model, direct digital channels, dense store coverage, standardized operations, and significant supply chain capabilities. However, the model also faces risk. Food delivery competition is intense. Franchisee margins may be pressured by labor and ingredient costs, and frequent promotions can train customers to wait for discounts. Technology outages or cyber incidents may interrupt transactions, while service quality can vary across independently operated stores. International markets add complexity because customer preferences, purchasing power, regulations, and operating costs differ significantly. Strategically, Domino's should protect customer value without relying excessively on discounts. Management should prioritize franchisee unit economics, strengthen direct digital relationships, and optimize delivery together with carryout. Menu localization should remain selective so that regional relevance does not create unnecessary kitchen complexity. Technology investment must improve measurable outcomes such as order accuracy, labor planning, delivery routing, and customer retention. Strong franchise governance is equally important. Food safety, service standards, cybersecurity, training, and performance monitoring must be applied consistently. The overall lesson is clear. Domino's competitive advantage does not come from pizza alone. It comes from aligning customer needs with a coordinated system of stores, franchisees, technology, delivery, marketing, and supply chain operations. When customer convenience, product quality, franchisee profitability, and operating efficiency improve together, Domino's creates a business model that is difficult to replicate at comparable scale.